just noticed the back of me in the back is pretty messy, but that's okay. It's lived in. I wanted to do a video really quick. It's probably just going to be a let's talk kind of thing. Not much going on, as in, you know, living in the car. Although I did get my window coverings early. I got them yesterday and I used them and I really, really like them. The very back, not that window. I need to find a covering for that one. But for this one, that covering has suction cups. And so I'm already thinking, well, that's not going to last, because the window is kind of tilted just a little bit. And I had a feeling that they would unsuction and the cover would fall. I woke up this morning and that is exactly what happened. In which it's okay, because my rear window was to the road, which is hardly ever traveled on. So, and I sleep below the window, you know, and you wouldn't be able to see me unless you walked up to the window, and there I would be. But I went and got Windex wipes, glass cleaner wipes. And the reason why I did that is because I do know the suction cups will stick a little longer if they're moist. And then when I take them off, I don't want a ring left on the window. So I also got them for that, so I could wipe that ring off. I'm really tired. I have a feeling it is from not taking my vitamin D. That does make people tired, and I'm assuming it's made me tired. I am very deficient, and when I don't take them, this is what happens. I am assuming is what's going on. I'm tired. I'm tired. I cannot even explain to you how tired I am. I wanted to take a nap, but I was going to go see my girls, my older two, at their dad's house. But I'm like, I'm so tired. And one of them mentioned, oh, so you're not coming over? And that made me feel bad. And I'm like, I told her it would depend on how I feel. And as of this very moment, I don't feel like it. I mean, I could see them anytime. And the one who said, so you're not coming over, I seen her a couple of days ago and today, actually. I wanted to go back on the window covering things. I park beside cars, and these cars are tied in with my job. And so when I park by them, before the window coverings, I was very, what's the word? Not skittish, but concerned that someone would peek in one of the cracks in my old coverings and see me and report me. And I don't need that happening. But last night I slept so good knowing that there was no cracks for anybody to peek in. I want to discuss also something really funny that happened yesterday. I got my hair cut. I got like 2 inches trimmed off because it was so damaged on the ends. And on top of that, I don't go often to get my hair trimmed. But it's funny how people do things without knowing, especially if they're occupied with something else other than what they are doing currently. Let me explain. Now, I like my hairstylist and his wife. I really like them. So just in case they see this in the future, I don't mean anything bad by it. It's just funny. She washes hair and she'll blow dry and style, and he cuts and colors. And so it was almost closing time. It could have been closing time. And they both kind of ganged up on me on straightening my hair, one on each side. But I just wanted to say that the stylist had a friend there, and she was straightening my hair. She had a comb, and now me, when I straighten my hair, I just take chunks. I don't pin none of it back. Sometimes I do. But she pinned a lot up, and she'd get a little strip and a comb and iron it. But when she got up here, she was talking to them too, and she was just slamming that iron on my head. And it didn't hurt. It really didn't hurt. But I was like, she doesn't even know what she's doing. And this went on through the whole entire process. And it was more funny than anything because I'm watching her in the mirror and she's just talking and talking, and she'd clunk it on my head and clunk it on my head, you know. And I'm sitting there thinking, does she not even know what she's doing? Because you can hear it hitting my head. But then her clamping the iron shut probably disguised that thumping on my head. I wanted to say that because I thought it was so funny. And it's just ironic how when we're distracted, we don't realize the things that we're doing. It's funny. And I want to bring up another point here. As some of you know, I had a tummy tuck and breast augmentation same day. And the surgeon had somebody bring an iPad in the surgery room, and he said, don't worry, I'm only listening. And it's the Super Bowl or something like that. And I remember I almost said, okay, never mind. I need to reschedule the surgery with somebody else. But I didn't because I wanted it so bad. And I think that is why I ended up with a dog ear on one of my hips. And that is that it wasn't sewed properly, so it kind of gathered and bulged. And then the scar tissue on my upper area is very, very bad. Very, very bad. And a part of me thinks that's why he went bigger than what we discussed, because he wasn't paying attention. And I'm not even 100% sure that he was the one that sewed me up, because the stitching, it was horrible. And I'm not even exaggerating. When I looked at it, it looked like ground beef. The healing process, it looked like he took my skin and layered it and then sewed it. And it grew with the 2 layers of skin overlapping on each other. That's what it looks like. So when you run your finger over it, you can feel the lump. And it's, to me, disgusting. I have not dated anybody since then. And I've often wondered, if I started dating somebody, I wonder if that would bother them. It bothers me. I mean, it's bad. And I'm like, do I even want to date and show anybody that? That's another reason why I want to have that surgery, is to go smaller and have those scars altered better. That's one of the reasons why I'm living in my car, so I can afford to do that. A part of me kind of regrets getting this truck, but my daughter needed a better car, and I'm glad I got the truck because I can lay all the way out. But the price of this truck monthly is $570 something. And then I pay on the car too. And the insurance monthly is going to be like $300 something. So it's probably going to take me longer than expected to save that money for that surgery. And then after that surgery, I'm saving for land. Oh, and that's why I brought up that surgery. I kind of got off track. The surgeon watching the iPad, I think he didn't watch what he was doing, and he messed up quite a bit. I just feel like when professionals of any kind, when they're being paid, especially a lot of money, I don't feel like anybody needs distractions of any kind when they're doing something as in surgery. And even haircuts, I went in with a haircut when I was pregnant with my son, and my hair was long, and the stylist wasn't paying attention, and he would hairspray my hair, brush it down and spray it, brush it down and spray it, and then he would cut. And then when I was thinking, this is different. This is really weird what's going on. But I trusted him. And when he spun me around with that mirror and said, okay, look, tell me what you think, there was a huge horizontal chunk taken out of my hair. And I think it was that day or the next day, I can't remember. I came in and talked to the manager, and she was like, the only way we could fix that is chop it all off. And I had haircut of a man when it was done. I feel like something else could have been done with my hair other than chopping it off. And I was pregnant, and I was moody. I was crying. I was sad. But I got a lot of free hair product, that's for sure. I don't know if he was distracted or not. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. But I don't think he knew how to do hair. My appetite has got a little bit more stronger instead of less, more often. I don't know how you describe that. But I've been eating more, not a lot more. When I do eat, it's quite a bit. Well, I shouldn't even say quite a bit. It's more than I was in the beginning of these Zepbound shots. I'll just say that. And I think I read it. It might have been, hell, I don't know. I don't know. I read it or listened to it, whatever. And the woman was talking about, if you give the Zepbound shot in your left thigh, it's supposed to really knock down your appetite. And I've often wondered, why is it sometimes on some days I have no appetite and on the other days I can eat more? And I wonder if because I alternate my thighs and my thighs only. And so I'm wondering if that was what was making difference. And then it was what I was hearing was on TikTok video. I remember now. And on the top, you know, people on TikTok will share somebody's comments in a little box up on the top left-hand side of their screen while they're talking about it. Someone had messaged her that she gives them to her upper arms and she loses 2 to 3 pounds a week. And I'm like, and then I was like, I think I need to try that because I don't know if I've lost any more. I do see my doctor Monday. Today is Saturday. And I hope that I've lost more. I hope I did not gain, because there's been a couple of days where I ate more than usual. Now, me saying that, one day I ate my salad twice and I only ate half of it, but I felt like I ate a lot. And then we had Panera brought to work and I ate more. It was like, I think I had donuts, the little powdered sugar donuts again. I had those and I ate the whole pack, when usually it takes me all day long to eat that pack. And then when it was said Panera was brought to us, I got how ironic, a powdered sugar muffin. The powdered sugar was on top. And the muffin was pumpkin. It tasted like pumpkin. And I ate that whole thing almost. And I remember thinking, oh, that's not good. But we shall see. And I'm sure there's a couple of you that might want to know my results Monday. I've noticed that my viewers have increased on my videos, and I'm so thankful for that. And for those that are new, thank you so much for subscribing. That does mean a lot to me. And I don't know if you're here to hear that about my extraterrestrial visitations and what goes on when they come to me, or if you're watching because I live in my car at 55 years old. But whether it's one or the other or both, welcome. And I'm grateful. I am so grateful. I don't say it enough. And I don't know if a lot of you know that not too long ago, I lost my monetization. And it being that way, YouTube tends to write out the, what do you call that? The rules of what to go by when you do a video. Sometimes it's kind of cryptic. It makes me think of reading attorney papers and you don't know what they're talking about. So there were times where I shared a TikTok video on YouTube Shorts, and it kept saying, now that I reread it, I understand, but I didn't know what it meant. It said I needed to edit them. And I'm like, okay, you know, it is edited, but what they meant by that is if I didn't edit, like, for instance, a voiceover instead of the voice that was originally on the video, you would edit it and put your own voice on it, for instance. You had to alter that video in some way, and I didn't know that. And so all these videos were up on my shorts, and all of a sudden I got a message saying I was demonetized because I did not edit those videos to change them, make them mine, you know. So I've been demonetized for a little while, and I'm trying to catch back up. And of course, it's very, very slow. It's very slow. I'm sitting here looking at the sky, and it's really pretty. The back of the sky kind of looks like, the back of the sky. Where the sun is, the sky is cloudy. I know none of that made sense to you. The sun is over here, and the sky is pretty cloudy, but it's got gaps in the clouds. And the sky itself looks like it's white with gray hues. Although you can see right here, it's getting cloudy because we're supposed to have some harsh winter, I can't even talk, some harsh winter weather coming in. But I want to see if I can show you this. I hope you can see that. So last night when I was doing my color by numbers, I suddenly felt something going on with my eyes. I don't know if it was because I took my medical marijuana gummies and then my sleeping pills, but I didn't take them at the same time. I took my sleeping pills a little later because I went to bed early and didn't go to sleep until later. But anyway, it felt like my eyes were all of a sudden thick and big and bulging and heavy. That's the best way I can describe it. And I remember blinking and thinking, what in the world? And I want to say, when I've got a visit with my star family, there's times where I felt that. And I'll put my phone down and let them do their thing. I barely remember putting the phone down. I barely remember it. And they knocked my butt out. So I don't know what they did. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I'm sorry it was I guess it's kind of short. I mean, I kind of was silent a couple of times. I will edit that out, of course. But yeah, it's a Let's Talk video. Let me know if you like these or not, with me just rambling on with no specific topic. I'm curious if you like that. So I love you guys tremendously, and I hope you're doing well. I'm going to send you and everyone else love, light, and peace. Bye.